How's it going, second grade? It's Miss Nina here with our last art project of the school year. I wanted to leave you guys with a project that will help you think of new projects over the summer to create when you're trying to be creative and inventive and wanting to work on something new. So we're going to be making a mind map today. A mind map is a way to write down and branch out your thoughts so that one thought changes into another, and suddenly you've filled your page with new ideas. So you're gonna need a pencil or a marker and one or two colors to highlight certain bubbles that really get you sparked and motivated. So I'm gonna start in the center of our page with one word. It could be anything that you think of first. And I'm gonna actually be writing down the word zoo, and I'll circle it. I thought of the zoo because summer is coming up and I'm excited for the zoos to open back up and for me to learn more about animals. I love learning about animals. So I'm gonna highlight this bubble because it's our first bubble. Our paper is gonna be filled with ideas, so you wanna be able to find that original thought pretty easily. As soon as I started coloring in the bubble, I was thinking about zoos, and I thought of two animals. So I'm gonna branch out two branches from the word zoo, and I'm gonna write pandas and elephants. I think those are my two favorite animals to visit. So I'm gonna write pandas here, and elephants here. Notice that I'm writing the word before I circle it. If you start by making a circle and then try to fit the word in, sometimes the word gets a little bit squished. So my suggestion is to write those words first. Now, my mom loves elephants. So as soon as I wrote elephant, I started thinking about my mom. And as soon as I started writing mom down, I started remembering her birthday is coming up in June. So maybe I need to be making her an artwork of elephants for her birthday coming up. That could be a really good idea. Maybe even I could draw a little birthday cake right here to help me remember. That's why I wrote down June. Oh, candles. Whoop, there goes my dog. Now, when I'm thinking of pandas, first I think about the country China because that's where pandas live in the wild. So I'll write down China. And then I start thinking about bamboo. Bamboo grows in the wild in China and pandas love to eat it. So maybe I could draw a landscape with bamboo in it. That could look really cool with some mountains and some fog. So now that I have two ideas for artworks, some foggy bamboo, I'm gonna highlight that so it helps me remember my idea. And I'm gonna highlight the little birthday cake down here because I also need to make a drawing for my mom. Let me show you a mind map that I was working on earlier today. And I also wanna show you the two artworks that inspired me in this mind map. So here's one that filled the entire page. You can see I still had summer on my mind. That's in the middle of my paper and it's in yellow, so I know that's where I started. And oh my gosh, three things branched out from my mind immediately. Swim team, because I used to swim on swim team during the summer times. Popsicles, because it's so hot outside, you always want a nice cool treat. And the beach, because I love to go on vacation in the summertime. So if we follow this thought of swim team here, first I thought about butterfly because that was my favorite stroke to swim. Then I thought about frogs because when you're swimming breaststroke, you look like a little frog in the water. That made me think of the early learners because of the frog class. That made me think of my little nephew Hoyt because he's about the same age as the early learners. Hoyt loves to sing Twinkle Twinkle, and he's learning to strum the ukulele or the guitar when he sings Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So boom, I got an idea right here about drawing a guitar for Hoyt. Here is my artwork. Let's see if you guys can see that. So I drew a little guitar, I colored it in gray, and behind it, the music of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is coming out with stars and music notes and swirly bits. So there's an idea that came from my mind map. If we go back to the mind map over here and follow the beach, I have a auntie who lives in the Bahamas. Last time we were there, we swam with sea turtles in the wild. It was amazing. So maybe I could draw some beautiful sea turtles swimming in the ocean. We also visited the Atlantis Resort and went on the lazy river. Up over here, if I keep following summer, I thought about popsicles, and oh my gosh, it gets so hot that popsicles melt. So let me show you the artwork that I made when I thought about melting popsicles. Here I drew a popsicle that's a rainbow that's starting to melt away onto maybe the pavement. So I drew and colored in those rainbows, and I made sure they looked a little melty at the end. There's another idea I got straight from my mind map. If we go back over here to swim team, it makes me think of the Olympics coming up. I love to watch gymnastics in the Olympics, and it made me think of the Tokyo Olympics that were supposed to be this summer, but have been delayed a little bit. I'm looking forward to seeing those Olympics. So try out a mind map, you guys. You can write the words like I did, or you can draw the words if that is more inspirational to you. Whatever you can do to get yourself motivated this summer to keep making art. Remember, it's so important to stretch those art muscles. I hope you guys have fun this summer, and I hope to see you next year. Bye, second grade.